Welcome back to Cottage Designs by Erin, where today we're going to unbox a new doll that I purchased. I own an online business for Etsy called Cottage Designs by Erin, and in that online store I sell handmade doll clothing. And so ever so often I take some of the profits from my business and I invest in a new doll. So which doll I buy just really depends on my mood and what I'm in the mood to sew for, basically. But recently I wanted to buy a Tyler Wentworth doll, which was made by Robert Tonner. Now, I'm also very fond of Jean dolls, and these dolls are the same size. So here's an example of a Jean doll. She's very, very beautiful, very, very elegant. And she was made by Mill Odom in the early 90s. And has glorious clothing that is based around 1940s and 50s movie star clothing. So I don't remember the name of this outfit, but I think it's called Be My Valentine or something like that. But the fit on this dress, the design, the detail, her hair, oh, she's just glorious. And never ever forget about the shoes. Look at these shoes. So years ago, Rhoda Wade, who owned Rhoda's Doll Emporium here in town, carried some Jean dolls, and I always wanted one. And I didn't buy one back then because they were rather pricey. Well, now they're no longer being made, and they have gone down in price, but they're still expensive. These are 16-inch dolls, okay? Robert Tonner, who's a doll designer, designed a doll from 1991 to 2016 called Tyler Wentworth. And Tyler Wentworth was basically a fictional character, and she had extravagant clothing as well. So Tyler Wentworth and Jean dolls wear the same size clothing because they're about the same height, 15 to 16 and a half inches. So I bought my first ever, I'm so excited, Tyler Wentworth doll. And I did open the lid, but I haven't taken her out. So here she is. Oh, so exciting. It's just like Christmas when I get a new doll. It's so exciting. Okay, so we're going to take her out of the packaging tube here. And this is a Tonner, Robert Tonner doll that he designed. And what I liked about this doll is she has the classic quintessential American look to her. So here she is in the shipping tube. Look at those red lips. Oh my gosh. So amazing. Let's get you out, Dolly. Let's see here. We have some scissors. These jars are highly collectible. They do have store-bought clothing that you can buy for them, but it's very, very costly. And really, the reason I wanted the challenge is to be able to sew the clothing because they're not easy to make. Okay, so let me get her out. She's trying to fall through the bottom a little bit. Oh, it's tape around your neck. Holy cow, I thought you had something wrong with you. She has some packing tape around her neck. Oh, one of your shoes fell off. Tyler Wentworth collection. Here she is. Surprised your ears aren't pierced. Okay, so these are, I'm not exactly sure what they're made out of. I think they're a type of porcelain. Here's her beautiful face. Look at that. Here's her beautiful hair. I am a little upset that her neck is sticky, but I'm sure whatever that residue is will come off. She came wearing high heels. One of them just fell off. And she has a stand. Okay, so now let's see how you compare to you. Yeah, you're about the same size. Okay, let's look at these first size comparison. And they are almost exactly the same size. Aren't they stunning? I mean, all little girls that like Barbie, these are like an upscale Barbie, basically. Okay, so I'm going to lay her over there. Now, I want to show you the fantastic patterns for these dolls. So back in the 90s, I was at Walmart looking at patterns, and I saw the patterns for these dolls, and I thought, well, what on earth is that? I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what the dolls were, but I liked the patterns so much, I went ahead and bought it with the intention of finding out what it went to. So here's an example. A lot of these dresses were made by Vogue. They're made out of very high-end materials. Here's a jean. The jean will fit also the Tyler Wentworth that I just opened. And I believe this doll is just called the Basic Blonde. Isn't that sad to call her basic? There's nothing basic about her. She's amazing. Look at that hair. And so here's this one. Little suits. Evening dresses. Another suit, a sheath dress. Evening wear. Fancy dresses. Now, how did I get all these patterns? I have people that follow me on Facebook that know that I do this for extra as a hobby money. And a friend that I went to high school with said, Erin, I found all these patterns on Facebook Marketplace. Are you interested? Huh, was I ever interested? So these were located in a town close to him. He bought them for me, and then I paid him back. And oh my gosh, I was just so thrilled. I have almost the complete collection now. Haven't made any of them yet because I didn't have the doll. Look at this. Look at the beautiful evening dresses. And this is a pattern from the 90s. Okay, now then. So these are 16-inch dolls. Barbie is 12 inches. The original Barbie, 11.5, 12 inches. And then I bought this summer this 22-inch American model supermodel doll, also by Robert Tonner. Now, she's huge. Her feet are absolutely enormous, but she can wear these patterns. I found out by looking on a website that you can take these patterns and enlarge them by 135% on a Xerox machine, on a copier, and then they will fit her. So that's a massive size difference. So I hope to master some of these patterns. I won't be able to make all of them because they're very, very difficult. Extremely challenging. A lot of darts, a lot of linings. Some of them have little bitty tiny 4 and 5 inch zippers in them. They're just amazing. And so for this doll, there is one person sewing for this doll on Etsy besides myself. I just started sewing for her. For the Tyler Wentworth dolls, there are maybe 1 or 2 people sewing on Etsy, and maybe 1 or 2 sewing on eBay. And the same for the Jean doll. Okay, so there are not very many seamstresses for these dolls because they're difficult to sew for. They have a large bust, they have a teeny tiny waist, their patterns are very difficult, and they require expensive materials like high-end silk, satin, taffeta, sequined fabric, that sort of thing. Wool's very expensive. And so I like this because it's a challenge for me to upgrade my skills and make couture clothing for tiny Barbie-sized dolls. If you like my video, please give it a thumbs up, like and subscribe, and come back for more in the future. Thank you.